Welcome to my new video. In my videos, you will not only find famous quotes and proverbs, but I will also explain their meaning. Without further delay, let the video begin. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that the difficulties and challenges we face in life may be seen as beautiful when we look back on them in retrospect. Mean struggles we experience can be very difficult at the time, but they can also shape us into the people we become and help us grow in ways we might not have otherwise. In hindsight, the struggles we face can be seen as opportunities for personal development and can give us a sense of accomplishment and pride in having overcome them. Being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that being completely truthful and honest with oneself can be a valuable practice. Additionally, it enables us to build a more authentic relationship with ourselves, which can ultimately lead to greater self-confidence and happiness. But ultimately, it is a valuable exercise that can lead to personal growth and a more fulfilling life. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that emotions that are not expressed or dealt with will not simply disappear, but instead will be suppressed and buried deep within the subconscious mind. Thus, the quote emphasizes the importance of expressing and processing emotions in healthy ways rather than suppressing or ignoring them. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest until it has gained a hearing. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that the voice of reason, logic, and intellect is not loud or forceful but persistent. The intellect is not satisfied until it is heard and understood. Men are more moral than they think, and far more immoral than they can imagine. Sigmund Freud's quote suggests that people have a complex relationship with morality. On one hand, individuals often have a higher opinion of their own moral character than is warranted. On the other hand, people are also capable of greater moral lapses and transgressions than they may realize. The quote, "The madman is a dreamer awake," by Sigmund Freud suggests that what may seem like madness or insanity to others could actually be a form of heightened creativity or imagination. In other words, the quote implies that madness is not necessarily a negative trait, but rather a different way of seeing the world and experiencing life. Children are completely egoistic. They feel their needs intensely and strive ruthlessly to satisfy them. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that children are primarily concerned with their own needs and desires and are willing to do whatever it takes to fulfill them. According to Freud, children are not yet capable of understanding the needs and feelings of others and are focused on satisfying their own desires. A woman should soften but not weaken a man. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that a woman should have a positive impact on a man's life by making him more gentle, kind, and caring. In other words, according to Freud, a woman should strive to bring out the best qualities in a man without compromising his masculinity or sense of strength. The quote by Sigmund Freud, "In the small matters trust the mind, in the large ones the heart," suggests that, when it comes to small, insignificant decisions, one should rely on logic and reasoning, while for significant or complex matters, one should trust their intuition or emotional intelligence. Overall, the quote implies that while the mind and the heart are both valuable resources in decision-making, they each have their respective strengths and limitations, and should be used appropriately depending on the situation. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exists in our subconscious. In other words, our subconscious mind may have a pre-existing image or idea of the kind of person we want to be with, based on our past experiences, desires, and fears. Freud believed that our subconscious mind holds important clues to our behavior and experiences, including our relationships. This quote suggests that our subconscious mind plays a significant role in shaping our romantic connections, and that we are drawn to people who reflect our internal desires and needs. Words have a magical power. They can either bring the greatest happiness or the deepest despair. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that words have a powerful effect on our emotional well-being. Words have the ability to make us happy or sad, to uplift or depress us, to inspire or discourage us. Freud's quote serves as a reminder that we should be mindful of the language we use and the words we choose, as they have a profound impact on those around us. Most people do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that many people may not truly desire freedom, as freedom comes with the responsibility of making choices and taking actions. The quote highlights the idea that true freedom is not just the absence of physical constraints, but also the willingness to take responsibility for our choices and actions. However, true freedom comes with the willingness to take responsibility for our own lives, to make choices, and to face the consequences of those choices. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. It implies that by acknowledging and facing our vulnerabilities, we can develop resilience and inner strength. In essence, this quote encourages us to embrace our imperfections and flaws, recognize them as opportunities for growth, and use them to build our inner strength and resilience. Love in the form of longing and deprivation lowers the self-regard. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that when we experience love as a sense of longing and deprivation, it can negatively affect our self-esteem or self-regard. Freud believed that these feelings of love and longing often stem from childhood experiences and our relationships with our parents or primary caregivers. When inspiration does not come to me, I go halfway to meet it. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that inspiration is not always readily available or easy to come by. By going halfway, one is acknowledging that inspiration may not come easily, and that some effort or initiative may be necessary to find it. Flowers are restful to look at. They have neither emotions nor conflicts. The quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that flowers have a calming effect on us when we look at them. In other words, flowers are a reminder of the simplicity and beauty of nature, which can help us escape the complexities and challenges of everyday life. By looking at flowers, individuals might tap into their unconscious mind, which can help them find relief from the stresses of the conscious world. Dreams are often most profound when they seem the most crazy. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that dreams can reveal profound insights about our unconscious mind, even if they seem bizarre or nonsensical on the surface. When we dream, our minds are free to explore and express these inner thoughts and emotions without the constraints of reality. I've been a fortunate man in life. Nothing has come easily. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that although he considers himself fortunate in life, he has had to work hard to achieve success and overcome challenges. It is a reminder that despite challenges and setbacks, with hard work and determination, anyone can achieve their goals and find success in life. None believes in his own death. In the unconscious, everyone is convinced of his own immortality. Freud believed that the unconscious mind is where our deepest fears, desires, and fantasies reside. In this case, the fear of death is so profound that it is repressed into the unconscious, giving rise to the belief in one's own immortality. Overall, Freud's quote suggests that our belief in immortality is not based on rational or logical thinking, but rather on deeply ingrained psychological factors that operate at an unconscious level. Love and work are the cornerstones of our humanness. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, believed that love and work are fundamental aspects of human nature that contribute to our well-being and sense of fulfillment. Freud's quote suggests that both love and work are essential components of a fulfilling life. In summary, Freud believed that love and work are the two pillars of human existence that give our lives meaning and purpose. What a distressing contrast there is between the radiant intelligence of the child and the feeble mentality of the average adult. This quote by Sigmund Freud highlights the observation that children are often much more curious, imaginative, and open-minded than adults, who tend to become more rigid and closed-minded as they age. Children often possess a sense of wonder and imagination that enables them to see the world in a unique way. Overall, the quote is a commentary on the importance of maintaining a sense of curiosity and open-mindedness throughout one's life. The interpretation of dreams is the royal road to a knowledge of the unconscious activities of the mind. This quote by Sigmund Freud means that the interpretation of dreams is the best way to gain insight into the unconscious workings of the mind. According to Freud, dreams are the product of our unconscious mind, and they often contain hidden meanings and symbols that reflect our deepest desires, fears, and conflicts. The first human who hurled an insult instead of a stone was the founder of civilization. Sigmund Freud's quote means that verbal communication, specifically the use of insults and verbal confrontation, played a crucial role in the development of human civilization. Overall, Freud's quote emphasizes the importance of language and communication in human society, and the role it plays in shaping our civilization. The scope of one's personality is defined by the magnitude of that problem, which is capable of driving a person out of his wits. This quote by Sigmund Freud suggests that the true scope of a person's personality, their strengths and limitations, can only be fully understood when they are faced with a problem or challenge that is so overwhelming that it threatens to push them beyond their ability to cope or reason. If you want your wife to listen to you, then talk to another woman, she will be all ears. This quote by Sigmund Freud implies that, if a husband wants his wife to pay attention to him, he should talk to another woman instead of talking to his wife directly. However, it is essential to note that this quote has been criticized for being sexist and promoting infidelity as a means of gaining attention from one's partner. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel, stay motivated, share with your friends, and motivate others.